Hello, and welcome back to Live from My Watch, a podcast recorded on an Apple smartwatch. I'm your host, StonerSteve. I've been known to tell a story or two. Some might even call me a storyteller. But enough about me. Today's episode is one that I recorded some time ago, but only moments ago in this timeline. But like 1,000 years ago in a different timeline. You'll understand when you hear it. Let's begin. That's the last of them, sir. Very good. Let's be on our way. Very good, sir. The soldier exited the room. The commander sat down in the gooey throne of pink bubblegum. He was the Bug King. Looking out of the windshield of the ship, the Bug King considered all that he saw: a vast forest of equal opportunity and satisfied customers. I don't know why the Bug Kingdom is built on capitalism, but it is. But not all the bugs agreed. Some of the old ones, some of the young ones, held meetings discussing other ways of dispersing labor, wealth, money, structuring society. One rainbow-colored beetle suggested bug hugs, but most of the other bugs were uncomfortable with the suggestion. It was a dragonfly that came up with the winning solution. We wouldn't understand it. We're not bugs. I didn't understand it, and I was there. Shrunk down to the size of a bug. That was fun. My poop was weird for a week after I came back, though. I will tell you that. Producer is saying, let's move on. The Great Field of Desire was so named because it had the brightest flowers with the most nectar. And it had been managed by the bee firm for some time. But Commander Bug was determined to win it back during his lifetime. Which isn't very long. He's a bug. With bottle cap shields and toothpick swords, the bugs battled catapults made out of sticks and pebbles. The battle was finally ended during a torrential downpour. One of those freak summer storms that just blows through. Casualties are actually low. I mean, toothpicks don't do much against the hard exoskeleton of a bug. The rain seemed to cool everyone's tempers down. They laughed it off. And the field of desire became the field of friendship. Later, the Bug King was looking up at the stars, drifting off to bug sleep, and dreamed of a day of exploring beyond his kingdom. Well, there you have it. Little adventure from when I was traveling through the timelines and dimensions and whatnot. Are you a traveler? Share some of your adventures in the comments. And, as you know, I am StonerSteve, Dragon Breather. But it facilitates my ability to learn, to imagine, to worship. A wizard must have their tricks. Shall we light some incense in this bitch? Delightful. Alright, so we've been doing this new format for a little bit now. How's it working out for everybody? Trying to post more regularly. And, you know, we've had to cut back on funds. So this is our donor drive. And I do come to you hat in hand. And you know I wear hats. I come to you hat in hand, asking once again for you to open your wallets and share as generously as you have before. This podcast is the modern equivalent of an old channel called PBS that used to exist a long time ago when I was much younger and had cool stuff like talking monsters that taught me how to care about other people, and also my ABCs. Isn't it kind of funny how the mind can make connections? Does your mind leap from thought to thought like a frog to a lily pad? Splash? It's almost a rhythm there. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, my mind does. But some minds do that. It's alright. Let it go. Let it leap. Thoughts flow through. The important ones will come back. The ones that you're meant to have. I had to learn to trust myself. I don't know if that's something that everybody deals with. But there's a shift in the air. If you had a chance to change your fate, would you? Gather by the fire. Let's tell you tell. Children of the night, let me be. I mean you no harm. Sit close by the fire and I'll tell you a tale about a pirate, a ne'er-do-well. She roamed the sea with a thirst for gold. And when she had enough, she retired and lived happily ever after. It really is a fairy tale. So let's take a little trip over to the advertising space. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Cliffs. You need a cliff? I got a cliff. My name's Cliff, and I make the best cliffs you've ever seen. You want it for a view, or you want it to jump off of for an Olympic sport? I'm your man. Cliffs. Remember, cliffs, next time you need a cliff. With special help from listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Click the link in the description to donate now. Thank you. And now, pop culture. Is Cate Blanchett our greatest living actor? She was in Lord of the Rings. And that's been pop culture. All right. Well, we don't have a script because... And I support you writers. They're on strike, but it does leave me without a script because I didn't write one myself. But we're ready to welcome back the writers as soon as the powers that be decide to pay them more. Trust me, if it was up to me, I would. And that's enough politics. This isn't Knox Fuse, so let's move on. I really landed that punchline. This is why we need to pay the writers. So I can have jokes. I mean, I've got the looks. I was in makeup for like 6 hours to get radio ready. Okay? So you know I've got the looks, but I need the jokes. Anyways, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I have been your host, StonerSteve. Until next time, I'm contractually obligated to be here. Bye.